Here is something I don't like to see, guys. Uh, this is in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So, in this city, the previous day, there was a bunch of looting, some burning of buildings. Today, it was a pretty much peaceful protest by all accounts. However, there is now a curfew. I've never liked the idea of curfews, telling people you can't go out just because a handful of people are you know, being criminals, that means now all of a sudden the whole city can't go out past a certain time. I don't like that idea. One. Two, you can see this kind of circle formation. That's one of many tactics that these police departments are using. It's as if they've done this 1,000 times before. They seem to be pulling out all these special kind of tactics that, in my opinion, or at least by my understanding, you would only see in like soldiers do, in actual war, not used on our own citizens. I don't care whose side you're on. I just don't like the idea of curfews, and I don't like the idea of these kind of. They're actually they've been working on this now for the past hour. These police officers, they started a really wide radius, and they're just trying to trap as many people as possible. Eventually, they got, it looks like 150. That's what the news anchors estimating, and they're all being charged with misdemeanors for violating a curfew. Even though, again, this whole day in this city apparently was a peaceful protest. The only time really people started fighting was when a truck tried to run over a bunch of people, and I think some people beat up the truck driver. But other than that, I just don't like to see these kind of tactics. Where are they learning this? First of all, these are just police officers. How did they get so many police officers? That's two. All this it just seems like a war zone. I don't like this for people who are just protesting in this city, at least peacefully. As you can see here in other cities, not so peaceful, right? So if you have to use tear gas, so be it. If you have to use these kinds of maneuvers, so be it. But just for violating curfew, guys, man, I don't know. I don't care whose side you're on. You tell me I can't be out in a city past a certain time, I'm moving to another state. I don't like that idea. Thankfully, we live in Kentucky. We have more freedoms than these other states, but still, I don't even know if Kentucky might have a curfew if this stuff keeps going on. It's crazy. Another thing, I mean, these people who are being arrested, apparently it's 150 of them. I mean, they now have misdemeanors. How does that work out? I mean, because employers can see that, anytime you apply for a job, they do see misdemeanors. So are they just going to have a criminal record for the rest of their lives because they didn't want to go inside when someone told them to go inside? I mean, I just don't like the idea. Now, if someone in that crowd was starting fires and doing this, then yeah, you can, arrest all 150 if you have to. But all day, if this was a peaceful protest and they're just violating a curfew, you're going to suddenly give all these 150 people a criminal record. I mean, I don't know, guys. Uh, you know, Although this is a polarizing issue, so I know there's going to be mixed opinions on it, but I just fundamentally don't like the idea of a curfew, right? Again, last night in this city, yes, there was some violence, so maybe today's actions are based off of what police witnessed last night. So, in that sense, I understand, but still, just I mean, I'll be honest. If someone puts a curfew on my city, I'll go out just in spite of the curfew, just because I don't like people telling me I need to stay inside, right? I can't go outside. It's crazy.